Removing your mask. The courage to live from your heart. How much of yourself do you really show to the world? And how much of that man or woman was created because somewhere along the way you learnt that being completely yourself didn't always feel safe? Today I'd like to introduce you to Kai. From the outside, Kai looks like he's got everything together. He's capable, he's strong, he's reliable. He's the man that others trust, the man that they can depend upon. He works hard, he achieves, he keeps going, and from the outside, you might look at his life and think, he's doing well. But what you might not see is his mask. Kai learnt quite early that love can sometimes feel conditional, that mistakes weren't always met with understanding, that showing too much of yourself could lead to criticism, disappointment, or even rejection. Perhaps he could be too sensitive, too emotional, too ambitious, too different, too much, or sometimes at the exact same time, just not enough. So Kai learnt to adapt. He built a shield, not because he wanted to deceive anyone. He built it because at one point in his life, the shield supported him to feel safe. He became the version of himself that others would accept, the version that didn't cause too many problems, the version that made others feel proud. And over time, the mask became comfortable. The mask helped him to fit in. The mask supported him to succeed. The mask earned other people's respect. But eventually, the thing that protected him was beginning to restrict him. Because behind the mask, there was another Kai, a deeper Kai, a sensitive, creative, and passionate Kai, a man with dreams he had quietly tucked away because pursuing them just felt too uncertain. And sometimes, when everything became quiet, he would find himself wondering, is this really all there is? Is this the life my soul came here to live? Because the life that everyone else could see and the life he was experiencing internally were becoming very different things. Outwardly, he looked successful and in control, but inside he was tired. The old emotional wounds still hurt, especially when no one was looking. He felt disconnected from his heart, disconnected from himself. And every time he ignored the quiet whisper telling him that there was something more, he moved a little further away from who he really was. As you listen to this message, maybe Kai's story is resonating with you. Maybe you're wearing a mask, but it just looks different. Maybe your mask is keeping you as the strong one, the successful one, the one who always says yes, the one who keeps everyone else happy but never needs any help themselves, the one who's always busy because slowing down might mean having to feel something that you've been avoiding. Masks don't always look false. Sometimes they look incredibly impressive. And that's what makes them difficult to recognize, because the question isn't necessarily, am I successful? The question might be, does the life I'm succeeding at actually belong to me? Kai wants to be accepted, so he plays it safe. But somewhere underneath that need for acceptance is another desire, freedom. the freedom to create, the freedom to inspire, the freedom to support others, the freedom to live his life with purpose, the freedom to follow what's actually in his heart, the freedom to love the one he really loves. And in the story we've created for Kai, he eventually sits down with himself and asks a very simple question. What would I love to do? And the answers begin to come. Create, inspire, support others, be free, live from my heart. And suddenly, the problem isn't that Kai doesn't know what he wants. Somewhere inside, he already knows. The difficulty is having the courage to honour what we know. Because removing a mask isn't simply about announcing to the world, this is the real me. Sometimes removing the mask means allowing yourself to soften, allowing yourself to receive, setting boundaries where you've always said yes, healing the wounds that taught you that acceptance had to be earned, trusting your intuition, and gradually becoming willing to make choices that reflect the man or the woman you really are. It means understanding. It's safe to soften. It's safe to receive. It's safe to be me. Perhaps that's why the mask shouldn't be hated, because there have been many times when you genuinely needed it. The mask served a purpose. It supported you to survive. It supported you to belong. It supported you to navigate a version of life before you had the confidence, before you had resources or awareness that you have today. So this isn't about judging the man or the woman you became in order to survive. It's about recognizing when a survival strategy has finished its job. The mask once kept you safe. But what happens when the thing that protected you from rejection also protects you from intimacy? When the thing that protected you from failure also protects you from possibilities? When the thing that's supported you to gain acceptance begins to prevent you from experiencing freedom? At some point, protection can become limitation. And that's where courage enters. Not the courage to become someone completely different, but the courage to become more honest with yourself. For Kai, a new chapter begins when he chooses truth over appearance, when he stops asking only, what will others think? And begins to ask, what does my heart know? When he allows himself to soften, to heal, to open, to receive, to act, and begin to live the mission that has been quietly calling his soul all along. So maybe today's message is asking you, what mask are you still wearing because it once made you feel safe? Who did you learn that you needed to become in order to be accepted? And who might you become if you no longer needed everyone else's permission just to be yourself? You don't have to rip off your mask straight away. Healing doesn't need another performance. Maybe today you simply are being called to acknowledge that there is something to change here. And when it's time, when it's right for you, ask yourself, is my mask still protecting me, or is it now keeping me small? Because there's another version of you underneath the mask. It's not a new you, it's the real you. And maybe your next chapter begins when you finally give the man or the woman permission to come forward. The mask kept you safe. Now it's time for you to come home to your heart. Choose courage, choose truth, choose you. The world is ready for the real you. This is your soul. Before we close today, I'd like to offer my gratitude to the angelic realm who supported the creation of this message, to Archangel Azrael, Archangel Jeremiel, Archangel Sandradoff, and the angels Isaiah, Aurora, and Oceana. Thank you for the guidance that helped me to bring this message forward. And I'd also like to acknowledge the Christ Consciousness Self-Mastery Oracle deck by Amanda Ellis, whose messages have supported me to return to the central truths within this story, that when we connect to our heart, we begin to reconnect to who we truly are and the life that we are here to live. With love and gratitude to all the guidance that's come through this divine mystical message. Thank you for listening. Stay close, keep tuning in. The door is opening.